Hello everyone and welcome back to my self-invested personal pension monthly portfolio update for March. As usual, I'll be reviewing my SIPPs, my Bell SIPP and my InvestEngine SIPP. Before diving into my portfolio's performance, let's take a moment to recap the significant events that shaped the financial markets in March. March was a turbulent month for global markets, primarily due to escalating trade tensions. The Trump administration's announcement of new tariffs raised concerns about a potential global trade war, leading to market volatility. In the US, the S&P 500 experienced a 4.6% decline, while the Nasdaq composite dropped 10.5%, marking their worst quarterly performances since 2022. Technology stocks were particularly hard hit, with companies like Tesla and Nvidia seeing significant losses. Goldman Sachs responded by lowering its S&P 500 forecast and increasing the projected probability of a US recession. In the UK, the FTSE 100 also faced challenges reflecting broader global uncertainties. The index experienced its worst monthly performance since 2023, as investors reacted to the looming tariff implementation and their potential impact on international trade. If you're new to investing, times like these can feel pretty scary. But that's exactly why I think it's important to share portfolio updates even on red days like we've had. Investing isn't just about the good times, it's about navigating the tough ones too. For me, I'm tuning out the noise and buying the dip. With this backdrop of market volatility and economic uncertainty, let's delve into how these developments have influenced my SIPP portfolio with both Bell and InvestEngine over the past month. So this is my InvestEngine portfolio. The total balance is £1,401.93 and is down £60 since I started investing. So I have two portfolios here, my 2043 retirement income and AI machine. £50 goes into these portfolios each every month. So on the 28th of every month, £50 goes into the 2043 retirement income and another £50 goes into AI machine on the 1st of every month. So let's start with the first one. So this is my 2043 retirement income and the total portfolio balance is £798 and it's down 2.05. So it's not returned anything since I started. And you can see that the expense ratio for the portfolio is 0.3%, which is not bad. So I have 4 ETFs. Let's start with the first one. So the first is iShares S&P 500 Information Technology ETF, ticker IITU. So the total balance is £238. And you can see that it's minus £22 showing there, but 3.93% in the positive. So IITU is up 3.93% in performance terms, but down 22.58 pence in pound value due to currency exchange effects. So the next one is Invesco Nasdaq 100, ticker EQGB. So you'll be seeing the effect of the currency fluctuations on the rest of the portfolio. So in this particular instance, I have £230 in this particular ETF. The return is in the negative, whereas you can see plus 5.59% there. The third ETF is my exposure to the semiconductor sector, so big companies like Nvidia, Taiwan Semiconductor, and I have £119 total in that particular ETF and a return of minus £21.41 or minus 10.34%. And the last one is my exposure to the cybersecurity space. So if you think this big cybersecurity giants like CrowdStrike and the likes, the ticker is CYSE and I have £159.61 or minus 3.49%. So that's it for this particular portfolio. And if we go to the next one, which is AI machine, in total I have a balance of £603.08 here, with a slightly less expense ratio, which is pretty much how I'd like it, 0.15%. So this particular portfolio is down £9.21. And again, we can see the effect of the currency fluctuation again. So in brackets, we can see that it's actually up in terms of the actual performance in pounds, 7.91%. So I have two ETFs here. First one is SPDR S&P 500 US Communication Services, ticker GXLC. And I have £492 in that particular ETF, and it's up 10.64%. And the last one is the same ETF that I have in the other 2043 retirement portfolio, which is the iShares S&P 500 Information Technology, ticker IITU. So I have £110 in this particular portfolio for this ETF, and the return is minus 0.53% or 12.13 in the negative. So that's all for the portfolios. If we have a look at what's happened so far in March. So once again, I had the top-ups, £50 went into both of them, and then I received the SIPP rebates, and then there were purchases made for me by InvestEngine. Once again, SIPP rebates came in on the 24th of March, and then they've made the purchases off of the SIPP rebates that they received on the 26th of March. And then I had the £50 that went into the My 2043 retirement income portfolio on the 27th, and then the one that just went in today. So I'm expecting that InvestEngine will be doing more purchases today. So if we take a look at the breakdown by regions, my portfolio is heavily weighted towards North America. So nearly 85% is in North America, which amounts to £1,198 of my investments are in that region. Sectors is heavily geared towards tech. 51% of my investments, or £728, is in the tech sector. 24% in industrials, 5% in consumers, 9% in other sectors, and the other sectors are just less than 1%. In terms of holdings, Apple is my biggest at 7.4%, followed by Meta, Nvidia, Microsoft. So pretty much the big tech are in the top, I would say top 6. And then we have my exposure to the other sectors outside tech as well. So a total of 171 holdings, which is a great thing about ETFs, is you don't have to actually purchase these 171 individual companies. By buying these, just in total 5 ETFs that I have exposure to 171 companies all over the world, which is pretty amazing. So that's it for the InvestEngine portfolio, £1,418.62 or minus £43.88. So moving on now to my AJ Bell portfolio. So I have a total of £6,752.32. I have £262 in cash, and when you combine both investments and cash, the total is just over £7,000. I have Amazon as my first investment, and then I have the iShares MSCI Global Semiconductors ETF, and the next one is iShares S&P 500 Information Technology Select ETF, which is ticker IITU. So what investments have I made this month? So following the sell-off so far this month, I have seized the opportunity to buy 2 more shares of Amazon. My target was anything under £200, and I so happened to have the money available. So I've also topped up my account for this month. So I usually deposit £300 into this particular SIPP, and then obviously I receive the rebates, £75 every month from AJ Bell, and I have to claim the other one and the other 75 from HMRC. So I bought 2 shares of Amazon this month, bringing my total amount to 23. My target is still 40, but I don't know if I'll have much opportunity to be able to purchase Amazon shares. I only wish I had more money actually to buy them, because I like moments like this when the market is red and everyone's running for the hills, you know. So, and then for iShares MSCI Global Semiconductors, so I purchased 27 units of it. So that gets purchased automatically by AJ Bell. So you can see there's an R icon there showing regular investments. So AJ Bell purchases shares for me every month at a reduced cost. It's usually £1.50 when they do it via the regular investment route. But if you have to purchase it yourself, then you pay £5 each for every purchase. So they purchased 27 units for me, and 150 also normally goes into the iShares S&P 500 Information Technology ETF. However, I had extra money that period, so I was able to make it up to £200. So that bought me 8 shares of that IITU ETF. So far, if you look at the performance of the individual investments, Amazon is the only one that is just barely in the green, 0.54%. iShares Semiconductor ETF, ticker SMGB, is in the red, and it's been in the red for pretty much the entire time I've been investing in this particular ETF. And then IITU has now finally gone in the red. That was well in the green for many months, but obviously it just shows you how badly the market has performed so far. So it's finally now in the red, minus 4.54%. So overall, this portfolio is returned nothing. So it's actually in the red, nearly 5% down since I started. So there'll be more purchases going on later this month, but that will be for the April update. So total for this month for this account is £7,014. I wish there was a way AJ Bell displays your total returns, but it just doesn't, which is a shame really. So that's it. When I did this portfolio update last month, this account was over 7,000, I believe. But even with my £300 and the £75 that went in March, the account is just barely over 7,000. So that's it. Thank you so much for joining me yet again for another update of my self-invested personal pension. Let's hope that by the end of this month, things will start improving. But either way, I'm still very much focused on buying as much as I can during this market sell-off. It's an opportunity that I believe we might not be able to get in a long while. So see you in the next video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.